Hi there, my name is Jerove, the only Jerove in the world. Google it. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Now, if you recognize the logo on my hat, that means you know Alex Hormozi, the CEO of acquisition.com, and he has a net worth of over $100 million. He is well known for being able to provide a ton of value that if you implement those steps, you're able to see results with your business, okay? Now, at the end of his catchphrase, he always says, I have nothing to sell you. Now, I am inspired by his work. However, in contrast to that, I do have something to sell you today. And that is the ability to buy back your time, the most valuable asset that we have as humans, so that you can do what you truly deserve and desire. Okay? Now, the first tip I'm going to give you is to go ahead and speed up this video so that you can save some time. And also, I'm going to show you the exact formula that is implemented by my clients and myself in order to generate results like this. And this is the growth formula. So this is what we're going to go through today. And I can guarantee that if you implement the growth formula, you'll be able to build an untouchable personal brand and scale business revenue past 7 to 8 figures, inevitably. So these are the components. Worthy assets plus reach plus owned audience plus conversion mechanisms will lead you to wealth. Now, before I actually go through all of this, I want to make sure that you can trust me and I want you to pay attention. So why should you listen to me? At the moment, I run an investor-backed upper echelon personal branding and content creation agency. We act as growth partners and come into our clients' businesses and build out their client acquisition infrastructure, which involves several conversion mechanisms that I will be going through today. I also run an educational company. I have a team of over 15 superstars across 3 continents and recently got acquired by this investment company that has scaled multiple businesses to 8 and 9 figures and sold them. I currently serve high-level entrepreneurs doing multiple 7 and 8 figures, and I've helped clients generate millions of views and millions of dollars in the process. Now, this is an article from one of my investors, Forbes article, when they got me featured, and they sold one of their companies for $144 million in 2012. So they partnered up with us because they first originally started off as a client. They really enjoyed the service, and they wanted us to provide that service for the businesses under their portfolio as well. Now, I've also worked with Iman Gaji. I've done some content with him, and I was actually featured in one of his videos that has over 500,000 views. I've also consulted his COO, Ali. He gained a lot of value from that consultation session. So this is just a bit of insight as to why you should listen, because I practice what I preach. I've been able to implement this for my own business too, in order to close high ticket deals, okay, and provide a ton of value to my clients. And I've spoken about this, how to build an untouchable personal brand and monetize it and scale your business revenue to hundreds and thousands of people, both through in-person events like this and also through webinars online. Now, if you want to be able to generate results, this is what you need to do. So let's get right into it. The first rule is to ensure that your offer is dialed in. So we actually have a worksheet where we go through it with you together to create or refine your offer. Without a solid offer, you won't be able to scale your business. Now, the reason why people lack attention is because they lack the thing to pay attention to. You need to create the right offer and the correct lead magnet to push and then distribute it the right way with enough throughput. So we'll help you with the frameworks for content, the content creation, and the distribution. You need to make sure that you dial in your offer and your core beliefs, and this is what it entails. You must have clarity on your brand identity, and you must have a solid content strategy, optimize your profile, and sales assets creation. So this is for the component of worthy assets. Now, what we like to do as an exercise in the beginning when onboarding clients is to go through the profitable markets matrix. So we will take a look at your current market, and then we will highlight the financial segment so that we can identify which clients can get the biggest ROI from experiencing your service or product. They can effortlessly afford this ROI, and you can almost guarantee results and success for your actual clients. And how easily can we find them? So this is how you identify and get clarity on your ideal client profile. So you must do market research. Make sure that you pause and study this, because this will allow you to find and target and isolate your dream client. And here is how you create core beliefs, which will be done and spread out through your educational sales assets. Now, the second rule is to create something worth paying attention to and distribute it on the right platforms where your audience is. Organic reach only goes so far, and I'm going to let you read this in your own time, but I'm going to quickly summarize it. You want to be able to run ads because it's a targeted way of getting your content and educating your prospect. You don't want to rely on going viral and just being able to, get people to follow you and go for vanity metrics. You want potential customers. You want people to end up buying your products and services. So the way in which you do that is to educate people through your content. Don't come across as salesy. You create beliefs and desires and a formula like this, and then you instill those beliefs onto your audience. And then inevitably that will lead to them creating intent to buy into your brand. Currently with your business, you might not be generating enough revenue for your business because you're just posting content organically, hoping that one day people will convert. Or you may already have a client acquisition process in place with a decent lead flow. You're booking meetings, but you're not converting as much of them as you would wish to do so into high paying clients, causing you to plateau at the certain revenue level that you are at right now, whether it be 10K a month, 50K a month, or 100K a month. Now, the key component of why we use ads is because it's a leveraged way to attract clients at scale. Instead of trading your time for the result through organic marketing, you are now trading money through Facebook ads for the result. You don't want to be stuck posting 3 times a day hoping that you can go viral. And overall, this is a much more leveraged way to reach a bigger audience. So this is us on a call with Serge going through some of the analytics and the ads that he's been running, and he's getting CPMs of $2.15, which is crazy. And he has over 1 million impressions on this certain ad, and he's been able to spend $2,000 to get over 1 million impressions. Now, the more times someone is able to see your face, the more likely they'll be able to trust you, because subconsciously they will think of you as an authority. Let's go through his journey and break down this case study. In Q1 2022, he had less than 1,000 followers on Instagram, and he was making $50,000 a month at that time when we started working with him. In Q2, he crossed the mark of $1 million in sales with less than 3,000 Instagram followers. So it goes to show it's not just about, getting all the followers and all the likes in the world, because he managed to achieve $0 to $1.3 million in 13 months using that growth formula to achieve this with just under 3,000 followers at that time. Now, Q4 2022, later on that year, he hit 500K a month and ends the year with $2.2 million. So this is what I showed you at the beginning. Q3 2023, he's doing 600K a month. You can see that over here. This is one of the webinars we've been on together where it was 4 hours long. It had over 335 people in attendance with a 94% retention rate. So it's all about providing a ton of value. And this is just some content of us. We've traveled together and done business in person together as well. And these are just some of the record-breaking numbers that he's been able to generate. When I went out to visit him in Montreal, he did 400K that month, and he actually managed to get 1.73 mil at that moment in time. And we did the same thing again this year in Marbella, 2023. So this is a video where he recently posted how he went from $30,000 a month to $600,000 a month. So this is us. Now let me get back to this. Rule number 3, create and grow your own audience. You cannot expect someone to buy from you straight away. You need to grow and own your audience if you want to truly build wealth with your personal brand. And worthy assets, as I mentioned, is valuable knowledge based on sales arguments for your offer, and it must be worth paying attention to. And then once you fuel that up with targeted ads ran the right way so that it's put in front of your ideal customer, you'll be able to educate your target audience and then drive them to opt into a lead magnet, allowing you to own that audience, for example, in a Facebook group. And then you're able to nurture them over time and inevitably lead to them buying into your product or service. Now, there are 2 goals when it comes to running ads. Number 1, generating attention. And number 2, driving that attention to a place where we can own the attention and then nurture them through education so that they are sold before they even get onto a sales call with you. This is what Serge has been able to do, and this is what my other clients have been able to do. And this is an example of one of the AGSAs and ACSAs, which is attention generating sales assets and attention converting sales assets. Look at the organic reach on Twitter. If you provide a good lead magnet that gets their attention, you will get a lot of people opting in, raising their hand with problems, waiting for them to be solved by your services. So make sure you go ahead and implement that. The 4th and final rule is to nurture the audience and create intent, which I mentioned earlier. So we'll actually help you create these AGSAs and ACSAs where you can then use that to nurture and educate and add value to your existing audience. And this is an example of Serge's Facebook group. And this is an example of people commenting. Look at that, over 460 comments. These are people that are highly interested and have high intent to solve their issues. And once you have all these people engaging and commenting with the value posts, the next stage is to convert that attention. So the way in which we do that is we will have a trained setter. We like to call them a growth specialist because they are trained to have conversations with people and make sure that we can find inefficiencies in your audience so that we can then hit them with value and solutions, allowing the trained growth specialist to go ahead and convert them in the DMs and other conversion mechanisms, such as once they opt opt in, they give their number, they give their email. We actually have a workflow in place where we can set them and triage them through WhatsApp or giving them a call. Now don't worry, if this is something you don't want to do, we don't have to do it. It's all dependent upon your industry and your ideal clients. But just to rehash, this way of setting them after they opt in from an advert on a lead form is a great way to get someone onto a booked call and pre-qualify them beforehand. So guys, that's it for today. I'm gonna have to cut this video short purely because I respect your time and I know you're probably very busy. One thing I would like to invite you to do is to apply for one of our walkthrough sessions. Now bear in mind, we can only do 5 walkthrough sessions each week because we actually audit your business. We go through an exact game plan that we would execute if we were to go ahead and work with you, and you can take this plan, implement it yourself and see results, or you can decide on the call if you want us to actually implement this, helping you save even more time. And we actually have a guarantee on our service as well. And just as a bonus, once you've booked a call with us, I'm going to go ahead and send you a free training that I actually go through with my clients to help them get clarity on their brand identity, which is what I showed you at the beginning as one of the first rules to ensure that your offer is dialed in. So I'm going to go ahead and send you that training completely for free because I want you to ensure that you come onto this walkthrough session and I can actually help you and add value. And this is a quick testimonial from Ali after having our walkthrough session. So let me just play this.
This is fascinating, bro, what you do.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So yeah. I think that was really, really interesting to actually, and I appreciate you taking the time to show me all that. And I'm actually going to ask you something. If anybody in GCC comes to me with a personal brand thing, I'm going to push them your way. My reputation is important to me. I need to make sure that when I recommend somebody that I have, one, some knowledge of the person, and secondly, I see what they do. So there's a lot of people in GCC who often talk about, looking to build a personal brand, I'll push them your way.
I appreciate that. So as you can see, our walkthrough sessions are very valuable. It really does help you get onto the right path into generating results with or without us. Whilst there are still spots available, I urge you to go ahead and book a call so that we can personally help you and put you on the right direction. So once again, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. And I hope you have a beautiful day and actually see results from the things that I've gone through. Take care and I'll speak to you soon.